must have been a dead bird that hit the fence while they were running around.
What?
Good evening, degenerates, and welcome back to another episode of the Wednesday Roundup. We are here. We are on fire.
Oh yeah.
And we need to recap our Mortal Locks. We're going to get into everything because we have a lot to talk about this episode. There's a little bit of a switch up in how we're doing things.
Oh, Nelly.
Not only are we going to recap all the NFL action last week, we're going to make picks on the early bowl games, the games no one wants to bet.
We're not missing a bowl game.
We're
Not
locking
a
it.
single
We're
one.
not missing one bowl
Avocados
game.
from Mexico included.
That could be my mortal.
Oh,
I love the avocados from Mexico game.
love
I
It's
love
the biggest
avocados.
game I've seen in a while.
I actually do like avocados from Mexico.
We're going to talk about all that, and we're going to give you our Thursday Night Football picks. So let's lock in. Let's get into
TNF.
how we did in the Mortals.
Bang.
Bang. It is time to recap the Mortal Locks. Last week, we were getting there.
It felt so good.
We were getting there.
It felt so good.
I hate the Dolphins.
Yeah. There was 4 of us in the parlay. Mario was relegated, if you've been watching. It was the hottest pick we gave out. He had lost 3 in a row, so he was relegated. But we'll get to that in a second. Tate, your Mortal Lock, the Browns.
Yes, baby.
That was a skill.
That was great.
The,
Make me sweat.
the Jags went to score the tying touchdown. Instead of kicking the extra point to push it, they went for 2.
Yeah, they did.
I love
sure.
that.
And
Yes,
missed
they
it.
did.
No, you
They did
knew
not
that
get
was
it.
going to happen.
They missed it. It was amazing.
Yep. Shout out Jags. Shout out Doug Peterson going for 2 and missing it.
That was a genius
'cause
going
you
for
knew
2.
that would
They were down
happen.
4.
Yeah,
no
down
sense.
4.
No sense at all.
No, I think it
I
made
love
perfect
it.
sense.
I
Nine
love it.
and 9 and 7 on the year.
There you go.
Well above
Bang.
50% now.
Well above.
So
Yeah.
you're chilling.
saying good.
Ryan, you were back in the swing of things, back in the parlay.
You're getting hot.
You're getting
Don't let me-
hot.
Don't let me get hot now.
The Saints, just a great
Cool 'em
pick.
all.
I mean,
Oh.
picking against the Panthers.
No, it's
No longer solo last place in Mortals.
I know, right?
no.
There's a big tie with
I'm
with
going
a bunch
great.
of us.
job.
I'm
Great
coming
job.
up. I'm coming up for him.
The people he's tied with are me and Mike.
Yeah, I
I had the Chiefs minus 2.5.
Oh, that one hurt.
We're going to talk about the NFL games in a little, but this was...
Painful.
I mean, if you watch the game, Kadarius Toney needs to be relegated from the NFL as a
or
whole.
shot.
He need,
Whoa,
whoa, okay.
whoa, time out,
Mike, time out.
I know how much you
What?
love
Wait.
killing NFL players, but
Yeah, you
we
got to
don't-
stop
we
with
don't
that.
chill
We
with
gotta
that.
stop with that.
We don't condone
I
that.
want this video to
Public
be published.
execution.
He
should
needs
be
to be
brought
thrown
back.
in jail, though, because he lined up offsides on one of the most beautiful game-winning touchdowns I've ever seen. Would have hit me in my mortal, and we would have been free-rolling it into Monday night, which was Mike's mortal. Oh, I'm 7-9 in the year. Mike also 7-9 in the year.
Which was
I
hidden
suck.
in the
because
fourth quarter.
yeah, you had Miami. They were covering in the fourth quarter
With 5 minutes to go left in the game, mind you.
by 2 touchdowns, and they lost outright.
Yeah.
right.
I think I saw a stat where it was like teams who are winning by 14 or more points with 5 minutes left in the game are like 1 and 274.
Really?
And that-
No. They've only won one game.
No,
I think it was
no,
like
no.
1
274
and
and
some
1.
ridiculous
Yeah.
number. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like some insanely high number. And the one loss, of course, was last night.
You did
with the
jinx,
Titans.
You did jinx the hell out of it. You
I
texted
did
our
jinx
group
the hell
chat.
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I said, Finns, look at that. My mortal hit. Bang.
And then it missed.
And then it missed. And I
Yeah.
also doubled down on the live bet, and it hurt real bad.
Yeah, no, it hurt bad. I
it hurt
live
real
bet
bad.
the Chiefs heavy as well.
Yeah,
so
I know.
the parlay, it was looking good until the evening games. Me and Mike both blew it. Mario faded me on his relegation mortal.
back.
The Bills plus 2.5. I mean, you put some voodoo on that game. You're
That
now
was
11 and
sick.
5 on the year.
That was sick.
You're back in the
I
parlay.
had to get back.
You had to get
Yeah.
back in a special way.
You
too,
had to get
know?
back. I mean, I was feeling good, but you know, your mortal hit, as it does often.
Yeah, I mean they were covering for majority of the game, so I mean,
They were.
That's true.
so I thought it was the sharp side. I knew there was a chance at the end because it's Josh Allen. You're never safe, even when you think you're safe. Even the Dolphins,
Yeah.
Josh could be up by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
And
even when
they
you
could
want
still-
the Bills.
he
Yeah.
could throw like 3 pick sixes
Yeah.
back to back to
No,
back.
he
so,
loves doing that, but
So I knew they were covering most of the game, but I was never comfortable. I was like, no, Mahomes is gonna make this a sweat. And when I saw that play live, I was actually at work and I just stopped in the middle of the floor and my jaw dropped. I was like, Travis Kelce, you're amazing.
yeah, that
And
was
then
insane.
I saw the flag. Refs kept it fair.
Everyone
They,
knows
had to
the
give
refs
one to
really
Josh.
kept it fair. Apparently, I saw somewhere he did that like 3 times earlier in the game.
Oh, it was
too,
like
and
4 or
they-
5
They never
times.
called it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
That's like
checked in,
Batman
but
justice.
yeah, it is what it is. The Chiefs have been
Justice.
getting a lot of favorable calls all season, so this kind of evened out the deck a little bit.
Yeah.
Going into the cards last week, we didn't have college football, so I was just lost its seed. I didn't know where I was going. 3-4 in the NFL, 3-4-1. Not great.
Tate was really
You were lost to see?
Well, yeah, we're gonna get to you in a second.
I was
Tate
not
on the
doing well
ground.
either.
Both
Hold
of
on.
them combined were like
Hold
a
on.
blind dog in a meat house.
Yeah. Just running.
Didn't know where it was.
I must have been a dead bird that hit the fence while they were running around.
What?
What?
You know, just like because I suck too.
All right.
There's no way
Anyways,
you said that.
51% for me on the year in NFL moves my total on the season 154, 153, and 8, just over 50%.
Mike,
So
do you have
that's all
any
that
idea
matters.
what my record was last week?
I know what your record
Yeah, I don't think he knows.
No, no.
Just, let's inform the public.
Tate,
and
you were
and Michael.
4, 12, and 1.
Yeah.
You picked 17 picks
Yeah.
and you hit 4.
Yeah.
That's uncanny.
Including my quintuple dip on the Texans.
Did
Did
any
you
of
go
them
0
hit?
for 5?
0 for 5.
Over 5 guard.
That's one of the wild. That's bigger bet
And
than
not
your
to
mortal.
mention, what's my overall record and percentage now? Because of this week. in
Yeah,
NFL.
this week dipped you significantly below 50%. You're 56, 60, and 5 in NFL for 48%, and then your total one game under 50%. 151, 152, and 10.
Oh, you ruined the yearly thing.
49.9%.
I ruined it.
Doghouse.
49 point. You've never been below 50.
Shout out college football for not being back this week.
Well, we have college football.
We are back.
I'm going to be back this week.
Yeah, you're gonna be back this week.
As long as college football is, I'm back.
Ryan, as par, has been with the entire
No matter
year.
what football's
above
on,
50%. 8-6-2 on the week. 54% NFL on the year. 201. 172 and 8 to 54% of the year.
I'm telling you, you're never gonna get that good of picks for that many picks. You're
literally
welcome.
insane.
You're the first
That's
person
insane.
in Degenauer's history to hit 200 wins. So congratulations.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
200 wins on the
That's
season.
impressive.
100 wins in a season.
Very impressive.
Love that.
Mike, 4-6 NFL.
Yeah, I suck.
Yeah, 50% on the year. You're
trash.
still below 50% overall. 119, 124, and 5. So you're 49%.
I'm not surprised because I suck.
Yep, this is known.
You're close.
But you're sharp.
He can't bet on Texas yet.
He's sharp.
You are
Mario,
sharp.
That's facts. That's facts.
Close to double.
Mario, you actually had a really
You're getting
good week. Taking into consideration your weeks prior. 9-8-1 NFL, 50% on the year.
That was a
You're
needle.
now above 50% on the season, 169, 168, and 6.
Are you third in place?
Dude,
I'm
I was up 50% last week too, right?
You were at 50%
You were at
last week.
50%.
Okay.
And now you're
in third
above
place.
50%.
Look at
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Mario. You're in third place.
One game above 50%.
You're shocked.
Look at me.
I need.
It literally doesn't get
Who
any
would have
better
thought we'd be here, huh?
No, it doesn't get better than that. This week, like we said, we are so back with college and NFL, which we are so excited to do. The college games, I mean, they're dirty.
These
are the
bottom
games.
of the
These are
barrel.
the grimy ones. No
2
one wants
a.m.
to touch.
drink at the
A bunch
bar.
of, a bunch
No,
of
they are grimy. This is the best games of the week.
They are the best games. They're the games we love to bet.
Oh, yeah. The games I
But no, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. First, let's get into all the recap of the action that happened last week. Last week, quite a few of us spent a good amount of time in Vegas.
Oh, wasn't enough time. Wasn't enough time.
We were there for one night,
One night.
That's all we needed.
and it was for the NBA in-season tournament. We got to watch the Pacers take down the Bucks, and we got to see the Lakers with LeBron having a spectacular, flawless game.
3 quarters.
really
Spectacular
insane.
3 quarters.
Because they benched him halfway
Yes.
through the third because we were up
I
for
mean, he
40.
was cooking Zion.
All right.
I mean,
Cooking him a nice meal.
Zion could barely carry himself like up and down the court.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless he
he's-
was against Anthony Davis. Who's
Yeah, no, seriously. But yeah, we went to Vegas. We decided to get a little Degen just for a one-day send. Everyone actually did really well.
Oh, we were running
in the
up.
casino. We rolled some
Yeah.
dice. Mario was just feeling himself at the table.
yeah, first roll in 2 years. And
It was electric.
the first
love
roll,
it.
first roll, best roll.
Hit
I
the
mean,
ledge.
I
Yeah,
just
it was
went for like 10 minutes, hit the 2 twice, hit the
Yeah, we were playing
12.
crapless. We were playing crapless, so you can bet on them. It was electric.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
it was-
awesome. Dude,
it was so
hitting
much-
the edge numbers in crapless is just.
I hit it like 3 times.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
the
Mario was
most
feeling-
electric.
Ryan
feeling.
walked away with quite a bit of profit
Oh, yeah.
after just one day. A long
Brother-
night at the blackjack table.
Oh, yeah. Long night at blackjack, long night at pie gow. It just felt like I was cycling through, you know? Each game, you know when to leave, and I'd go right back.
Yeah, we don't have to harp on it, but Mario and I also had a long night. But
Yeah.
we're just gonna slide on past
Hey,
that.
roulette
night.
was good.
Roulette was good.
Our
Mario
greatest
was-
roulette session I've ever
Mario
seen.
told me when we were playing Pie Gow, he goes, dude, I'm feeling roulette. I'm feeling roulette. We go to roulette, hit
Oh,
5
the
straight numbers.
picture.
Our numbers 5 in a row.
17,
5 in a row.
33, 33, 31, or something like that was
Yeah.
the rollout.
Yeah, it was 5
was
of our
like- it was
numbers in a row.
insane.
And we turned 300 and like 1,700 in like 4 minutes and just like dipped.
That's just
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh,
It
that's-
is.
that's-
It was a fun trip.
That was a great
was so
trip.
perfect.
We might
Great
be going
weekend.
back soon.
I heard a rumor that we're gonna be there for New Year's.
Whoa.
I heard a rumor.
You might be getting a little treat for a New Year.
I heard a rumor we might be doing a little vlog for that.
I don't know.
That's what I heard. Unconfirmed rumors, so I'm not gonna confirm anything. But it's definitely
Gonna
gonna
have
happen.
to subscribe and find out.
It's definitely gonna happen. While we came home, huge weekend in NFL.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
Huge
Massive.
week in NFL, and I just want to talk about a couple of the main headlines. Now we can talk about the Chiefs-Bills game.
Oh,
Now we can
That
talk
was
about
tough.
it.
That was tough.
I mean, there's no way you think you deserve to win that game.
Why not?
You saw the play. The
were
Chiefs
win-
scored on the last play.
they
Last
were
play
winning the whole game.
They were literally.
Never were down.
There was never a time where they weren't covering.
But the touchdown was on the board for a second, and then they took it
Yeah,
off.
the number went up, and then there was a flag, and then
The number
went
one
right
down.
back
and then it went right away.
Do you guys feel like that call should have been called, or do you think
So-
you gotta let him play there? Because he checked in with the
When I saw it, I was like confused why everyone was upset. Because I was just like, okay, I mean, he's just clearly like lined up incorrect. And then I saw so many things where like people, like Chiefs fans, those like fan accounts on Twitter, but they're like getting mad at Tony because he didn't even check in with the ref. Like you see him run, like
He
receivers
did.
all
He
have
put his hand up.
No,
a
no,
little
but he
bit.
didn't. He did not once look over. Like it was crazy. Like he did the like pretend check in where they like put their hand out, but they don't actually like look.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
because like, and I watched like a good segment. Aaron Rodgers talked about it. Like Dan Orlovsky went like play by play, and he showed like all the times that
Tony was offside.
Tony was offside, and they didn't call it. So then I kind of understood, and I think Rodgers talked about it on Pat McAfee's podcast. Not trying to plug another podcast here, but
Plug it. Pat
but we'll plug it. But no, he brought up a good point where like, yeah, you just want to see consistency with the
Exactly.
refereeing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, it was the right call. And Tony, like, I mean, it's a simple thing. Like, there's certain things that are like not as black and white. Like that's like as black and white as it gets. Like you just line up behind the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the consistency side of things. I mean, it's the same thing with like pass interference or holding. When everyone's like, oh, there could be holding on every play. Or if you call like touchy pass interference early, they'll keep it consistent. If you're not calling it, you let them play.
Yeah.
I saw like 8 or whatever it was, 5 to 6, 7, 8 times earlier in the game where they showed screenshots of him doing the exact same thing.
For sure.
The ref never even looked to throw the flag.
They gotta warn
For sure.
And then on the game-winning touchdown, 50-yard touchdown with a minute left, that's when you call it. That's just, I don't know.
That's
I mean,
like that's
Vegas
kind of how I
to the
stand
ref's
on it, too.
defense, he didn't know that was gonna be a like he throws the flag as soon as the ball snaps. So
Sure.
it's not like he knows like that's gonna be the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, but you,
But
if you're,
it's the same
but
thing
I
as
get
what
what
Ty
you-
was saying, consistency
and
reasons,
no
right?
one knows because like a lot of times too, like they were saying like the refs will just verbally like tell the coach or they'll tell the player like, hey, just like
back.
watch it, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they'll warn you a couple times, so no one knows if they really did warn them or not.
yeah.
I mean, they could have very well, like, I mean, because it happened so many times, they very well could have been telling him, like, hey, we're going to call this if you keep doing this.
Sure. One thing I did want to bring up and see what you guys felt about. How did you guys think Patrick Mahomes reacted? Did you think he overreacted? I'd never seen him that hot after a regular season
That was
game.
kind of cool to see.
He shook Josh Allen's hand and basically said that was bullshit, offensive offsides. Never.
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
know. I
yeah,
didn't like
it-
that.
I think it's
It was a hug for the
I
picture.
think it's a lot of pent up frustration just from the last couple games.
From the season.
For
yeah,
sure.
for the season for sure.
It's been a tough season. They
Yeah,
haven't looked
for
like
sure.
the same Chiefs team.
Well, they just don't have a
See
receiver.
Kadarius Toney out there, and he's literally right here. The ball hits him in the hands, drops to the ground, and I mean, what are you gonna do?
he-
Dude, guy needs to get shot.
He's done that, Mike.
Sorry.
No more getting shot references. No more. You're gonna be put on timeout for 5 minutes.
Time out.
Next
Public
time you do
ex-
that, empty chair for 5 minutes.
I just want the guillotine back.
Do we put him on timeout?
No, we'll get
No,
caught.
no, no.
All right.
It's your guillotine warning. You have
All
shot
right.
guillotine
all right.
warning.
Shot warning.
Alright.
Either reference, you're on timeout.
All right, fair enough.
The Cowboys stomped the Eagles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Absolutely
a statement.
Absolutely stomped the Eagles.
Philly
No, Philly's
played two good teams and you got
Sliding down.
murdered.
Do they start Mariota?
Wait, what?
Or not Mariota? Who?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Mariota.
No, who's the backup?
Mariota.
It is
Mariota,
Mariota,
right?
but
It is Mariota.
but
That's what. Oh, that's what I was saying.
If
Yeah.
Hurts is hurt. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the way
no.
he reacted. There was who was it that said on TV they should be starting Mariota? He said it a week ago before the game, and then this week when he lost, they doubled down on like the NFL show and basically said Mariota's
I saw someone
better
say that.
starter than Jalen Hurts is.
yeah, I mean that's the most
I wouldn't
ridiculous
say
thing I've
better
ever heard. The
starter,
guy
but-
was one of the MVP leaders for what 3 weeks ago or something like that.
That
Like,
did have a lot to do
That's
with
Those,
it.
sad.
okay, well,
Absolutely.
MVP leaders is like a loose term this year. Everyone's been. I feel like
Yeah,
Tua was
every
like
starting
an MVP
quarterback.
leader for like a couple like weeks, and like I don't
No,
know.
I know
David
what you're
Carr said
saying,
it.
but
David Carr. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Someone knows what I'm
No,
talking about.
yeah,
You-
someone. I remember hearing that or seeing that.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, but Jalen Hurts has not looked good the last 2 weeks.
Well, I
Dude,
heard that he
oh, yeah.
might be playing through an injury, which is like
I'm sure he is, but
which
Then stop playing.
which is like then that makes sense. Like wait till he like
But
sit him out a week, get healthy. I don't know.
I don't know. But like, what injury?
well,
I
It's
think
like
I
the guy's got all day in the pocket.
I think it's
and
like
then
ankle or something,
He was
though.
running.
well, he
was
does
ru-
do a lot of tush pushes. You sometimes you get
true.
tweaked when
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
when you're under that many
leaning
people,
behind
yeah.
12,000 pounds of
It
mass.
happens. It happens.
my whole thing is
glute
like
muscle
it's
strain.
the bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? So it's like if you were at once in a conversation
The
where
philosopher.
well, no, but it's if you were at once in a conversation and being like one of the best or the best player in the nation, and then also followed by like the Eagles were being talked about as the best team in the country. But it's like when you have that high of expectations and you underperform, it's like, dude, people just think you're automatically trash. It's like, no, the guy's still very good, but you know, it just
Well, yeah.
cooler heads will
I
prevail.
just want to say one thing real quick. Nothing is surprising by me watching Jalen Hurts play bad on national television last week. It's been all year.
It's been all year.
He's barely done
We've
anything.
actually said this.
Yeah,
multiple
this
times
isn't
throughout
like
the
a
year.
oh my god, I'm worried about the Eagles.
And no one
They've been-
for 1 second thought
they're-
he's the best quarterback.
And
they also play the
Eagles
best
second-
defense in.
Well, Eagles secondary is also terrible.
Yeah,
It's
Oh, yeah.
really
They're
bad.
all-
really, really
they're
bad.
all-
No matter who Jalen Hurts has played this year, it's been bad. So I'm not worried because they were 10-2 and 9 whatever it was before. But Jalen Hurts still knowing nothing, they're going to be fine. They're going to be in the NFC, maybe the NFC Championship, maybe they lose to the Niners. Or the
But yeah,
Cowboys,
there's 3 teams in the NFC.
But yeah,
Yeah,
they'll be
I-
fine. There's isn't like a freak out. Hurts will get his head together. The Mariota thing's barred
agree.
out.
I
Unless he's
agree.
hurt, that's the most barred out thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
Hurts was unbelievable.
I'm not
I
saying
agree.
Mariota
I
should
agree.
be starting, but Hurts has definitely been underperforming.
Not great.
No,
Yeah.
underwhelming. This
They
is-
didn't score a touchdown.
That offense is.
I mean, you see
at
it a
least
lot from like.
that offense should be electric. I mean, DeAndre Swift,
Yeah, definitely should
Devontae Smith.
They have
AJ
they
Brown.
probably have a top 3-1-2.
Well, it just
Yeah,
shows you
crazy.
how hard it is to go back to back like Super Bowls or like keep that standard. Like that's why it's so impressive. Like when like Brady would go back to back, or you know what I mean?
Totally.
They're still
Or
in
like
very
Mahomes. No,
Yeah,
Mahomes.
they're still 10.
Or even like I mean this is like a small sample size, but like the past 2 AFC championships have been like Burrow Mahomes like back to back. Like it's tough to like even get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Mahomes has done it like
way too many times.
every year
times,
he's
yeah.
been in the
Straight
league.
years.
So it just shows you
Yeah,
like
Mahomes is different. Mahomes is
it
different.
shows you how
He's-
good he is.
He's a different
Yeah,
beast.
shout out
now.
Cowboys going crazy.
A team that I am completely panicking on, and it pains me to say this, is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Our
They're
Steelers,
bad.
I have completely jumped ship. Not as a fan, but as someone who is rooting for my bet over 8.5 wins, someone who saw our team sitting at 7-4 and goes, oh my God, this is the easiest bet. We're going to make the playoffs. Our defense is so good. We lost back-to-back weeks against a 2-loss team.
But you have a pretty foreseeably easy one this week against the Colts.
We just lost back-to-back weeks against a 2-loss
two-win
team.
teams.
Aren't the Colts, don't they have like 6 or 7 wins?
Yeah, they're
yeah, but
in the
they're
playoffs right now.
Colts. Like,
In the
come
playoffs.
on.
I mean,
But-
they're better than the teams we lost to. Yeah, how do you, I mean, you're a Steelers fan. I need to hear what you have to say, and I have a couple thoughts as well.
I mean, people hate. You can hate me for this, but we just need Kenny. I mean, he might not. I mean, he played our 2 losses. He played half of the game,
No.
and it was
that's
we didn't lose the game. He played half the game.
No.
All I'm saying.
You don't need Getty. You need Joe Flacco.
No, I'm saying a player
fact.
that you guys
That's
don't get
fact.
it. I'm saying right now we obviously need a better quarterback in the future, but right
Kenny?
now Kenny was 7-4, regardless of what he did.
Kenny wasn't
He didn't
7-4.
turn the ball
The-
over.
no,
he
the
didn't do
team
stupid
was
shit. He said Trubisky throws pick sixes.
And then he got 6 touchdowns on the season.
It doesn't matter. You don't need. That's what my whole logic is for teams like this. Is you don't need. It's like the Browns. They've won games with Walker, Thompson, Dorian Thompson, whatever.
Flacco.
Deshaun. Doesn't matter who it is. When you have a good defense and a good coach, you can win games as long as your quarterback doesn't turn it over.
That statement's kind of misleading, though. We don't need Kenny. We just don't need the worst quarterback in the NFL. Kenny Pickett is not like a top 32 quarterback.
right. But I'm saying
In the last 2 years,
right now,
in the last
right
2
now, what is our options? We either have Kenny
Mason
or Trubisky.
Rudolph.
Oh my God.
No, put his stats
If I
against
had a
Kenny.
recording of him with Mason Rudolph, a
No,
year
but
ago, I'd be
given
saying-
our options, it's
Kenny Pickett's 7-4 and doesn't turn the ball over. I don't care what he throws or how he doesn't go deep. He was 7-4 and a playoff spot, second in our division.
Dude,
What
if
does
you
it
look
matter?
at the last 2 years.
I feel like that's a little overinflated. Well, I'll let you guys finish.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In the last 2 years, quarterbacks that have thrown 250 yards and 2+ touchdowns, Kenny Pickett 0 times, Joe Flacco, who's played 2 games, twice. There's so many retired veteran quarterbacks just waiting that would be way better than Kenny. So it's not that we need Kenny.
Once again,
we
my
need someone
argument,
better than Mitch.
Right now, we have 3 quarterbacks in the locker room. I take the one that got us to 7-4.
I'd go get someone off of a
I
retirement
would too,
waiver.
but right now,
But they're all better than Kenny.
I agree. Right now, we don't have a choice. I want Kenny Pickett.
You can go get someone today.
We're not though.
Wait,
It's week
but we
14.
should.
I'm
The
so-
Browns just did it.
But I'm saying it's
Yeah,
not
the Browns.
The Browns
That's
just
true.
did
I'm
it.
not arguing what we should do. I'm saying with what we have.
No, but we can just do it.
No, he's saying if
If
they
we
don't.
don't do it, Tyler, we have 3 options.
Why
on the
would we
team.
not? No, that's an
Why
option.
would we not?
No,
It's
but
free.
Because
Well,
a
just
lot of teams
outside of that
don't.
option, I think Ryan's saying, what would your best
Mason Rudolph.
Psycho.
out of the 3?
Kenny Pickett got
Yes.
you to 7-4, and all you're saying.
Mason Rudolph.
Well,
fucking
about the
psycho.
7 and 4,
Mason
I
Rudolph
think
hasn't
that's
done
very,
shit.
very similar to kind of what we were saying just a second ago about the Eagles, about how like Jalen Hurts has looked underwhelming. And yes, the Eagles' record, they were 9-1, but like we weren't really sold if they were the best team. You guys were 7-4, but I like from an outside perspective,
we were
like,
outscored, outgained.
Watching
on
the
everything.
Steelers, I never like that was the most insane, inflated like record I've ever seen. Like you guys are not a 7-win team.
Yeah.
Like I'm just being honest. Like
No.
through like
And
like
Kenny
you guys,
Pickett won 3 out of the 7
like
games.
you
on his
true
own.
like true stat like you guys should have been like a 4-5 win team.
Yes.
The fact that you guys got 7 was just like a blessing. These losses to me aren't that surprising. I know you guys are panicking because
Well, Patriots and Cardinals. I mean,
We played
no,
Trubisky at quarterback. For a game and a
Cardinals
half.
wasn't surprising. I took the Cardinals that week because I knew Kyler. No, I mean I'm serious.
No, I remember.
He's
I-
literally. I mean, who's the best quarterback on the field? It's going to be Kyler Murray.
well, you could say that about every team we play.
Well,
The
I mean,
entire season.
Bailey Zapp. Bailey Zapp.
I'd take
the-
Bailey
the
Zapp in a
hate on-
heartbeat.
the
over
hate
Kenny
Tyler
Pickett.
has.
You take Bailey Zapp.
There are like 60 quarterbacks.
Tate just
in the
is,
NFL I would
or
take.
Tyler just hates his own.
Well,
team.
anyways, the
No, I
Steelers
don't.
game.
I want us to win.
Steelers
we
game.
were 7-4. That's the craziest thing.
That wasn't because of Kenny Pickett.
Dude, he was all right.
The Steelers, then the Patriots game again. I took the Patriots. That was not surprising. It was a little surprising that you guys lost, but it wasn't surprising that the game was like very, very close. Again, I
Yeah.
mean, Patriots have one of the best defenses in the league. Like
They
that.
also came out on offense and punched us in the
Yeah, our
face.
defense-
The offense is where that was surprising. I didn't think
Yeah.
they'd put up 21.
Our defense
points
is
or whatever.
overrated. I thought they were much better than there.
I mean, that
Shouldn't
too,
be giving up
but-
more than 14 to the Cardinals and the Patriots. Like
I mean, I knew like if Belichick's going to make it hard on your offense, and I knew that game was going to be a sweat.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I mean,
I
these
don't
games
care
are
who-
going like exactly what I thought the Steelers would be.
don't care how our schedule
You
looks
won
the
a
rest
few,
of
you
the
shouldn't
season.
have. You lost a few, you probably should have won.
I'm-
Like it's
I'm so
evens
upset.
out.
I saw Ben Roethlisberger on a podcast this week with Troy Polamalu, basically just saying the Steelers are dead.
Ooh.
Like it's
That hurts.
it's not the same team that they remember. It was the most disheartening thing to see because those are the 2 biggest diehard Steelers fans ever.
Yeah.
And they were all just saying like coaching, offense, like everything top to bottom is just they don't even recognize it. And it's just sad to see that program do that. Do you think we move on from Mike Tomlin?
no.
You don't?
We were 7-4 before we had to put in a backup quarterback and play football. And 2 games that we lost. I mean, we're 7-6. We have a winning record with what
How
you
hurt
think
is how hurt is Kenny?
what you
Is he
think is the
coming
worst
back?
quarterback in the league. Or
I
worse.
think he's coming back.
So
Kenny's coming back.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, well then you guys should be fine. You
Oh,
just
I
need to
hope
win
we
2
play
more games.
Mason Rudolph. But regardless, we can't play Trubisky. And yeah, last thing, I mean, Mike, it was your mortal. The Dolphins.
Frauds.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They suck.
What? It didn't even make sense how they got up 14 in the fourth quarter and then B
Their offense was
lost
not
the game.
good.
Kenny's not going to play on Sunday. Or they playing Saturday or Sunday?
I think we play Saturday.
Yeah,
No, he's not
Saturday.
playing,
He's
I
not
guess.
playing.
He's not playing.
It's Mitch, yeah.
It's got to be.
Who they playing?
If it's
We play
Mason
the
Rudolph, we
Colts.
lose by 30.
We play the Colts.
All right, well, we'll
Yeah.
get to that later.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
Dolphins.
We'll talk about those games on Friday. But yeah, Mike.
Were you watching the game, Mike?
Yeah, I watched the second half on. I was, I don't know, probably just hating life because I was still upset about fantasy and not making the playoffs.
Mike missed the playoffs in our fantasy.
I
Yeah,
missed playoffs.
whatever. I missed playoffs in my fantasy.
You were also eliminated the week before though, so it's not like that was a surprise to you.
Yeah, wasn't the
You,
worst thing.
you learned nothing last week. You were already eliminated.
Yeah, but it just hurts.
Okay,
You know?
that's fair.
It just hurts.
Wait, Tate, did you make the playoffs?
Like,
Yeah, I actually did, yeah.
Right, you got a bye, right?
I got to buy it.
Ryan, what'd you?
I also buy.
You got a first round bye. I'm in the playoffs. You
yeah, I'm not.
not in the playoffs. Cameraman he's in the
Cameraman
playoffs.
Kevin is in the playoffs.
Mario has
Not
set
in the playoffs.
Mario actually set a record.
Set a record.
Yeah.
3rd straight season ending the regular season in last place.
Regular season.
Regular season.
Key phrase. Regular season.
Key phrase.
You also got last place.
3
Last
for
year.
3.
I got last place last season. Only time it was ever happening.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, the Dolphins are painful, especially because I
really
have
bad.
Mostert, Tyreek, and Tua on my fantasy team. It was
mean,
tough.
the
to
offense-
Well,
watch.
dude, Tyreek getting hurt, and then the Dolphins trying to live, or like, it's like a dolphin without its tail trying to breach water. You know, But it's like a dolphin without its tail is probably just gonna bleed out and die. And
That's a good assessment.
that's kind of how I see. Like, you know, if there was just like a guillotine on like.
Oh,
Out. No.
Nope.
Out.
Time out.
Time out. Go ahead.
Go.
Yep. Gone.
Go. 5 minute
5
break.
minutes. Start the timer.
5 minute break.
5 minutes. Get
Start the
out.
timer.
5 minutes.
Start the timer.
Man, this is bullshit.
16.
No, timer.
Yeah.
We got it. 5 minutes.
But yeah, no, like
Anyways,
Mike was saying, Dolphins just brutal without Tyreek Hill. I think this makes a pretty easy case for him to be MVP though. If none of the quarterback, I mean, if Dak obviously continues to play
Yeah.
spectacular, you're gonna give it to the quarterback.
I don't know how you don't give it to Dak or Brock. One of those guys are going to do it. You don't know. Maybe like one of those guys are going to win out and get the 1 seed. How do you not give it to either one?
Realistically, if we're talking who's been the most spectacular player this season,
I wish it was like college football,
Especially
where
when
they
you-
actually argued that. You know, they don't. do
no,
it.
agreed. But I'm just saying, especially when you look at their offense when he left the game, that was the biggest thing. Like if you look at their offense with him and then their offense without him, he's the reason. Like he's probably given them 5 wins this season. He might be responsible
offense would be
for
nothing.
more wins
It would
than
literally-
any
No,
I mean,
player.
like, because I've said before, he's fine. He's okay quarterback. Like, I don't look at him as elite. And the only reason he has like any semblance of like that conversation is just because of his statistics, and that's all due to Tyreek Hill.
100%.
Like 100%.
100%. And that is kind of why I love doubling them up on fantasy. But without Tyreek, it's
Yeah,
it's bad.
I
It's
mean,
like a dolphin without the
nothing's
tail.
new here.
Yeah, it's a dolphin.
Dolphin without the tail.
Yeah.
That's gonna wrap it up for NFL.
Oh yeah.
Because we have a lot to talk about.
Lot.
And when I mean a lot, I'm talking early college football bowl games.
Oh, yeah.
We get action this week. Let's talk some college football.
Oh, Mexico Bowl, baby.
It is officially bowl season. We are here, college football extra games.
Yep.
These are the games you get for free. We just paid for the entire season. We grinded through it. Now we get free football.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Extra football, it's amazing. And these are the games. These are the early ones. These are the gritty ones. I mean, we got
No one wants to touch.
No one wants to
but
touch
someone's
these.
got to touch them.
but we're all
We
over
got to
it.
be all in. We just have to hammer it.
Our hands are everywhere, and I absolutely love these games.
Oh shit.
Was that the timer?
Yeah, that was the timer.
Mike,
Back in, mother.
be careful now. Next timer's a 6-minute one.
Welcome back, Mike.
Welcome back.
Lethal injection.
Lethal one.
See, that's a new one. That's a new
All right,
count.
that's your first
See,
lethal-
that's my
first lethal
first strike
injection
on the new
warm-up.
count.
All right.
I was thinking of a new one.
Game 1 on the card, the LA Bowl. Played at SoFi, UCLA and Boise State.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Huge bowl game for you. Huge.
Huge
Blah,
ball
blah, blah.
game. Saturday, December 16th. This is a Saturday game. Get in your bets before the weekend. This isn't one of the Monday, Tuesday ones. UCLA minus 3.5, total 49.5. Obviously, we're starting with the UCLA graduate and athlete himself, Mr. Tate Curran.
Yeah, that's right.
Are we riding with Chip Kelly and the Bruins?
Oh, you bet your ass we're riding with Chip Kelly and the Bruins, baby. Minus 3.5, minus 10.5, minus 17.5. The Bruins are going to roll over Boise State this weekend. It's going to be a rout all over the Bruins this week.
Wow.
It's going to be an absolute murder. The Bruin murder.
Can you tell me when that happened? Because I remember talking with you on the weekend. You said Boise easy.
Oh, no, I was all over Boise.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
And
we flopped hard.
What changed?
Oh, I mean, I just realized that Dante Moore's not there anymore. Yeah, we're going to win.
Ooh,
So
like that.
potential
they're
Michigan
growling.
transfer.
Yep. Dante Moore's trash. Ethan Garber's going to carry us there.
Ethan
and
Garber.
no starting quarterback for Boise State this week.
So
Sure,
both starting
that's
quarterbacks out. These are the
Well,
games you love betting on.
I don't know if you called Dante Moore starting quarterback.
well,
That's fair.
He
He started a couple
starts,
games.
and-
He
The
started a
only,
couple
the only
games.
good games we won this year, Ethan Garber started.
but he was a quarterback.
That is actually fair. UCLA did look really good with Ethan Garber.
Yeah.
So you're just all over the spread.
Nope.
No, nothing on the total.
No Latu defensive player of the year, but
Yeah,
that's
that's
okay.
Well, he's getting ready to get drafted
Yeah,
top 5.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Good luck,
He
good
doesn't
luck,
need to
brother.
be there.
Shout
He
out.
can go hang out, best defensive
Wasn't
player
he-
in the country.
Yep.
Yeah, he was the best edge rusher, right?
Yeah, he won the award for
Yeah.
best defensive.
Absolutely.
No, he's insane.
Absolutely beast. So you're all over UCLA minus
All
3.
over UCLA minus 3.
Ryan, are you with Tate on that? You're wearing blue.
Oh shit, yeah. I mean, I
Hey!
can flip both ways.
All right, oh, fair enough. Boise,
Yeah, that's
Boise
right.
is blue.
Hey,
Ryan
no,
swings
it's
both
me,
ways.
It's the LA Bowl, the Blue Bowl
Split it
edition.
down.
Oh.
I mean, it's going to be a UCLA home game, by the way, too. I mean,
The
Yeah, it is.
Blue Bowl.
Your fans don't really travel to your own games, though.
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Well, actually, SoFi is
Burn.
closer to
Ooh.
UCLA than the
More-
Rose Bowl, where we usually play.
So more of a home.
That's
So,
actually
more of a
hilarious.
home game.
Ryan, are you on UCLA?
Yeah, this is my 9th flip flop of the week. I can't get off this game. I just got to ride with the UCLA minus
Yeah, let's
3.5.
go, baby.
It's just got to be the way. I don't think Boise State has it in them. I think this might be like a tier up game, where like when we talk about all year with like playing these 5 stars or maybe 4 stars.
UCLA 5 stars.
Hey, never know. They have a couple of them.
We're not quite there.
But I just think it's a different level of play, and I think UCLA is just going to beat them easily no matter who's in. And I also like the over 49.5. I think there will be a ton of points scored in this game. Points.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I'm riding with Chip.
Chip.
I'm
Chip.
with Chip. UCLA minus 3.5 is the
Chip
play.
dip.
He'll dial it up.
Everyone's all over Boise for some reason. You see,
get
80% of the bets.
Yeah,
Boise State. I mean, this is a fade the public line. UCLA home game. They were under a field goal favorites. They're now outside of field goal favorites. So it can tell you which way the line's moving. I think it's going to keep going up. So I like locking in the bet now at minus 3.5. I think it might go towards 5 at kickoff because Boise's not that good. They beat a couple teams where they maybe shouldn't have. I love UCLA. I love UCLA.
Bruins, baby.
So, similar to Ryan and Tate, I was flip-flopping around. I started on Boise State because when we were previewing the games, like in the preview of the podcast preview, Tate was like, oh yeah, Boise State, bang. And I was like, all right, well, my boy knows, so I'm going to go Boise State. And then I saw they don't have their quarterback. The only 2 people on their team who have completed passes are their punter and their wide receiver.
That's shock.
Each of them with 1 completed pass.
Are they starting the punter?
No, they're actually starting true freshman quarterback CJ Tiller, who's a 3-star, never seen a single snap. So I was like, all right, Bruins, all the way Bruins, big bang boom.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
I love it.
But then I saw that Boise State has the #1 running back receiver.
Running back receiver.
The running back who leads.
What position is that on the field?
Well, okay, he's a running back who leads the nation in receiving yards.
He's the number
and
one
he
receiver.
leads the
Number 1 receiver in the country
for running backs.
for running backs.
Yes.
Okay.
Most
Yes.
receiving yards at the running back position.
And you said
Yes.
that.
He
And
averages-
Is what you were trying to say?
Yes,
Oh,
correct.
So
Bang.
you're saying
That I could get on.
So you're
Bang.
saying the running back hasn't caught a pass from anyone who will be playing in this game.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And because of that, you are.
Back on Boise State.
Back on Boise
He
State.
averages 164 yards per game. And UCLA is ranked 118th in red zone point conversion.
There's no way that's true.
What?
He averages 164 receiving yards a game.
No,
said
164 all-purpose yards per game.
Oh, I thought you said receiving.
believe
He
that.
averages
I have a-
50.1 receiving yards per game, which leads the nation.
Gotcha. I thought
Yes.
you said 161.
Yes. No.
Way off.
So UCLA ranks 118th in red zone scoring conversion. They're terrible. They only convert 61.8% of the times. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
And Boise
You're
State
nothing.
has a great edge rushing defense. They have 36 sacks in the last 13 games. That's pretty good. So Boise State, bang.
In an absolute trash
All right.
conference. But
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
All right, he picked
That's
Boise
true.
State. Mario, what's your
I
pick?
had no words.
What's your pick?
Words.
Bang.
about to face them Bruin boys.
I'm about it.
That was a
about it.
3-minute mic segment
right.
on UCLA Boise State.
This
all
was
that
gonna be
pent-up
my-
energy while he's in timeout.
Dude, it was going to be my mortal.
Wow. The triple flip-flop mortal. That would have
Yeah,
been
it was
electric.
going to be my mortal.
Mario, are you riding with Mike because of the receiving running back?
I just want to rock.
Funny idea.
That's a lot, right?
No, give me UCLA.
There we go.
And
So-
also give me the
Roar.
over 49.
Over.
I think there's going to be points.
UCLA and the over. The next bowl game, big game. The Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl in Orlando between App State and Miami, Ohio.
I mean, this
What
is
a game!
I mean, every word of that sentence.
What?
is
you
perfect.
can't
a
drop
game.
a game better than that. You know?
No, let me repeat it. The Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl in Orlando, Appalachian State versus Miami, Ohio.
Not Miami.
App State
Miami,
Mountaineers.
Ohio.
Miami,
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
What a game!
What a game! What a game!
Give me the ear.
What a game! It might be.
This is their Super
Mario,
Bowl.
This is my
Mario, I need to hear what you have to say about.
You know, you love avocados from Mexico cured.
I do.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
I think Tyler's all over this game too, so I might throw it back to him after this. But
Toss back. Hacky sack.
you know, we might skip over Mike. And just,
Hacky sack.
Ding
Oh,
dong.
wait, you go first then.
but
Ping
yeah, I'm taking Appalachian State here. Not too familiar with either program, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about Appalachian State. I don't know much about Miami, Ohio. Haven't been checking
You're
out
not
their
familiar
games.
with their work.
Not familiar with their work too much. Maybe they'll make me eat my words, but I'm
You know
going
about
with
the Mountaineers.
I'm going to lay the number with Appalachian State. Just honestly, I'm just more familiar with that team, so just gut feel.
Gut feel.
Yeah.
You're laying the 6.
I mean, avocados from Mexico,
Cure.
cure. So,
bowl.
I mean,
It's the Cure Bowl. It's a company. Like
I mean,
Cure.
this is just it can't get any better. Appalachian State. all the way.
Appalachian State.
Appalachian State.
Mike.
All right, so when I was doing my research on this game, I found out that Mountaineers, their mascot is a Appalachian State's mascot.
Spoiler alert.
Mountaineers. mascot or Mountaineers.
The Mountaineers
It's
mascot
Appalachian State.
is Appalachian State.
Yeah.
No, App State's Mount.
You might have to go another timeout. What's going on?
All right, never mind. You know what I was trying to say? His name is Yusuf, and that's pretty cool.
Wow. I mean,
What are we doing here? This is a big show.
Time out. Are you okay?
Are you smoking that Zaza pad?
Did you just have a stroke?
No. All right, I'm sorry. Let me
Whose
reframe
name
myself.
is Yusuf?
He's been hanging out with Yusuf too much.
Way too much.
All right, Appalachian State has a mascot who is a Mountaineer named Yusuf. I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, I know I just picked the right team. That's all I know.
Okay. So, anyways,
He's riding with Yusuf.
So is your bet App State?
yeah, it is.
App State -6.5.
I was gonna give facts, but I can't.
Are you fact checking? It is Yusuf.
It is Yusuf.
Yusuf the Mountaineer. Tate, how do you feel about this game?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Well, dude, Mike is
All right.
down over there. All right, we're gonna ride with
Someone mute Mike's mic.
Is Miami Ohio in the MAC? Is that what they're in?
The MAC conference.
Against,
Yep.
I think
Okay,
so.
they just won the MAC championships this last conference
they had a
championship
good
last
season.
week against
Great
Toledo.
season.
I'm gonna take the Redhawks without their starting quarterback.
Yep.
They're a run heavy team anyway,
Yep.
and they have a great defense, and they don't have a lot of players sitting out on defense. So I'm really gonna rely. I love the points. I love the under in this game.
Ooh.
So give me Miami Ohio plus the 6.5 and the under 44.
So you're against Yusuf.
I'm against Yusuf. Sorry.
Okay. Ryan, are you
Yeah,
also
Ryan.
against Yusuf?
I'm also against Yusuf. Miami Ohio's had a 10-4 fantastic season. Appalachian State was actually very underwhelming.
8-5.
this
Yeah, very underwhelming.
year. Oh yeah, very underwhelming for me. And I was just like, you know what? I liked the betting on them last year, and they just did nothing this year. So I just like riding with the dogs. I mean, I think this would be a good game, close game. I have no over under bet. I don't know about who's playing, who's gonna score, but like Miami Ohio, their quarterback literally has played like 5 snaps though, or something, because Gabbert's out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't care. Give me the points. I love it.
You take the points. I cannot give you a pick on this until the Friday episode.
We won't even know.
We're doing our
2
mortals.
days without knowing it.
We're doing our
Holy
mortal locks on
smokes.
Friday, so I'm not going to even give you a teaser as to which side I
Maybe
like.
a little taste.
Not even a taste.
even a
I heard a lot
Oh
about
my
Yusuf.
God.
I heard a lot about no quarterback, but the points. I'm all over this game, and I will give out the pick when
Wow.
we talk
Is
about
he all
our
over
mortal
Yusuf?
locks.
Wow.
I also side
go
note,
Yusuf.
I was 6-2 my last 8 picking college games. We didn't have any college games. I went NFL, lost. Back on college, I feel really good about
Yeah,
that.
back on
So,
it.
I love that.
I'm going to live change. I'm anti-Yusuf now.
Oh no.
so you're Miami, Ohio.
plus
Miami,
6.5.
Ohio, plus 6.5.
Okay.
This is tough. Never mind. I'm done. I put myself on timeout.
You don't want to talk
No,
about the next game?
All right.
All right, we're rolling.
Show goes on, baby.
All right, yeah.
What's going on?
One last bowl game before we get into Thursday night football,
We only need to
NFL.
make 4 picks.
Yeah, and then we're gonna give you our cards.
picks that matter.
We're gonna give the cards after. The Independence Bowl played in Louisiana, Cal and Texas Tech.
Woo! What
Big game.
It's probably the game.
It was actually a really good game.
Yeah, it actually
Texas Tech is 2.5-point favorites. The total is 57.5. Mario, I was gonna start with Mike, but no. You sit down over there.
You sit down now.
Mario,
Yeah.
I'm starting with you.
Yeah.
Who do you like in this game?
Honestly, I know Cal's. I think both starting quarterbacks are going to be out.
Yep.
I'm just going to ride with Texas Tech only because it's in Louisiana. That's a little bit closer to Texas. Cal has to travel far.
Yeah.
They haven't been good on the road this year. That being said, I'm gonna lay the number Texas Tech -2.5. I'm still gonna ride with Cal overs though. Give me
Cal
the
overs,
over.
baby.
Cal overs have been
Over 57 and a
Always
half.
beautiful.
You know what? I think both teams. Yes, they won't have their quarterbacks, but I just think that will be like even more electric.
Yeah.
I just think points.
Yep. Skipping Mike because he relegated himself to timeout for this segment.
I'm ready.
Do you want to come back?
All right. I just needed a moment. I was good.
Jeez, these
I need
edits
a moment.
must be insane.
No,
They're all
no, I
pausing
don't
and
know.
booing and
No, I just needed a
holy
moment.
smokes.
Do you know what game we're talking about?
Yeah, Cal and Texas Tech. I know Cal sucks, and I know Texas Tech also sucks.
Okay.
But here's what I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick the under. The reason why is because Texas Tech is 5-7 for overs, so they more unders than overs, right? And then Cal, however, is 7-5, but they were carried by their opponents to hit most of those overs. Time.
You did say they're 5-7 for
the
overs, which means they'd be 7-5 for the unders.
You're correct.
So
Correct.
So they usually go under.
Yes, so they usually go under. That's
you're
why I'm
taking
choosing the
but
under.
the other team is 7-5 for the overs.
But
So it evens out exactly 50%.
it's because they were usually carried by the other
They
team.
didn't do it. The other team.
Correct.
So you're saying
For example,
Cal's defense is so bad, the other team scores a bunch of points.
correct. For example, they lost
that's gonna
19-63 against Oregon, which obviously hit the over because Oregon scored 63. And then they lost 14-34 against Utah. Utah sucks. And they still put up 34. And so, that's how they hit the over in that game. This game, the points are too high. 58, way too high. They're not going to, there's nothing going to happen. 0 points. 0 points. Nobody's going to score 0 points.
Wow. Okay.
Comes out
Bang.
of timeout with
It's
fire.
gonna be like the Vikings-Raiders game, like apparently last week.
Really happy you came back to tell us all those stats.
Under.
Under.
Did you pick
Under.
the-
No, you didn't pick us up.
Oh, yeah.
No, because they sucked.
Yeah, this is Texas Tech. Easy. This is one of the easiest bets of the week. -2.5 won't even be a sweat. This is a 10-point win. And unfortunately, I'm with Mike here, though. I do not think Cal scores at all. So I think Texas Tech blows them out. I think it gets close-ish to the over because Texas Tech scores so many points. So I'm on Texas Tech minus the 2.5 and the under, but slight under.
42.
A lean under, a 1-unit under, and then a big unit Texas Tech.
42-7 Texas Tech.
I mean, I've been massacring the Cal overs and then just.
Oh, they've been great.
They've been
Yeah.
great. Like the end of the year. Oh my gosh.
I mean, Texas Tech is going to score a million.
And they're gonna score.
Texas Tech will score.
They're
I just don't think
scoring.
Cal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I just need-
Taj
just need
Brooks will
14.
literally just run to the end zone 8 times.
That's fine. I'll let the
Yeah,
over.
that would be
No, that's 56.
What?
8 times 7 is 56. The over-under is 58.5.
Oh,
57.5.
if they don't
57,
score, if they
sorry,
don't score,
57.
yeah.
Okay,
If they
so
don't score
if
3
Cal
points.
scores 0 points.
0, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You're right. If
Yeah.
they score
All
0
right,
points.
just it's Ryan and Tate's time to talk.
I'm sorry, math is easy though.
It is the Mike show,
Math
but
is easy.
If
with
there's
5
8
people-
touchdowns scored, Mike, I'll bet you any amount the over is.
Any amount.
he's not gonna bet
No,
that.
no,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like the over. I love the over. I can't stop betting the over. I love it, and I'll just take the Texas Tech -2.5.
Yeah.
Just a better team and a better. They played also their opponents well. All their ranked opponents, they played really well. They might not have won, played them well. Give me the better team, Texas Tech.
Yep. Tate.
Yeah, I'm not really going to say much. Cal is pretty much poverty this year. I'm just going to take Texas Tech -2.5.
No bias.
No bias.
And it's going to be like a home game for Texas Tech. Because, I mean, what Cal fans are going to travel?
No, Texas Tech scoring 70.
Yeah, I do think I love Texas Tech.
Yeah.
This is a great bet. This is a big bet on my card. We're actually gonna pivot. We have a pick to give out in the
Pivot.
NFL.
Ooh.
The only pick we get to give out on NFL for Wednesdays.
Yeah.
It's the Thursday night football matchup. Let's get into the action.
Oh, yeah.
We have Thursday night football, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
This is the worst game I've ever seen in my entire
Oh,
life.
dude. I thought something happened. I was like,
No,
the camera
no,
shut
no.
off.
No,
I looked up, I was
No,
like,
it's
whoa,
just-
he got
No, this game's just terrible. Chargers.
Literally suck the life out of
Yeah,
it.
literally.
everyone
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I was excited when I said Thursday night football, and then I looked down at the game and went, "Wow."
It's a light shirt.
I mean,
This is a great game.
you think it's going to be better than last
Easton
week?
Stick versus Aiden O'Connell. Are you kidding me?
I mean, that's a matchup.
I'm all over that.
That's a matchup. Chargers at Raiders. Vegas is 3-point favorites at home. Total is a stout 33.5.
Massive.
Not a lot of points people think Cena's
No.
scored. If you got fantasy players in this game, probably sit them down. Unless you got like Josh Jacobs or something. Keenan Allen. Or any fantasy player. Actually, start everyone. in this
start
game.
everyone.
Start them all.
Big game coming in for Quentin Johnson.
Oh,
I can tell you,
QJ.
Easton Stick loves Quentin Johnson.
3 catches. Does he catch a ball?
Oh, he's going way over 3.
Oh, way over 3. Mario,
7.
we're starting with you, Quentin
problem.
Johnson guy. Are you riding with the Chargers Quentin Johnson legacy game?
Quentin Johnson guy.
It's not going to be a Quentin Johnson legacy game, unfortunately.
Well, maybe for him because he gets like zero
no,
catch
it's going to be a
games.
Quentin Johnson. It's going to be a good game.
I mean,
but
one
not a
catch is
legacy
good
game.
Not a
One
legacy
catch is
game.
a great game for it.
Not a legacy game.
No, I mean, you saw when
You don't need much for a legacy game.
you saw last week he caught that like 50-yard pass.
Yeah.
That was
All of a
close to
sudden,
legacy game.
Easton Stick's throwing a catchable ball. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
It's all
was surprising.
needed
Throws
to
a
do.
shout out Justin Herbert.
Hey.
What side are you on?
I feel just kind of lame, but I mean, Raiders -3.
Yeah.
There's no way you're gonna get me off the Raiders. And I feel like a square, so that's why I'm gonna live change the Chargers. Just because, I mean, this is the Raiders team that scored 0 points last week.
Amen.
Yeah.
They're gonna score.
They pushed the cover.
They covered.
Yeah, they covered.
But at the same time, I don't think the Chargers defense is that much worse than the Vikings defense. So, like they're pretty comparable, to be honest.
Yeah.
The Chargers went 7 full quarters of football without scoring a touchdown.
I mean, that doesn't
So they're
surprise
due.
me.
That's all, yeah.
And that is gambling logic. That's how you do it.
1-800 gambler right there.
Chargers.
No. So I just live talked myself into a Chargers +3 and over 33.5.
Yeah,
Because both teams
So do.
haven't scored. They're so due.
So
I mean,
Explosion.
Devontae Adams might have a legacy game. Josh Jacobs going for at least 100 yards rushing. Keenan Allen, he'll be relevant. I'm gonna upgrade Quentin Johnson to a legacy game.
This took a wild turn.
This is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're
It's
leveling
like
up
3
here.
catches
It's
for 50 yards.
and Austin Eckler, big game.
Ooh, so
Wow.
Chargers all the way.
No, Chargers +3.
Just +3.
Big
Just
win.
+3.
Okay, plus
But
three.
final score
Big
41-40.
Big loss.
Big cover, but
41-40.
also big
Yep,
loss.
yep,
Alright,
wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike, you sounds like you're riding with that.
No, I completely agree. No. I think
I didn't
Chargers.
say anything.
No, I think Chargers lose, but I think they cover. So I am riding 100% because the Raiders suck. They are the
But you think they win?
yeah
Okay.
because Quentin Johnson
Easton
legacy
6
game,
not getting a W.
and Easton 6 ain't getting the dub.
NFL can't let that in the script.
Well, that's very true.
He stopped. Well, that's very true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to think. Raiders are really bad on offense, and they're like kind of above average on defense, and Chargers are just right in the middle of the. I mean, everybody sucks. Everybody out there just sucks.
Everybody.
So where are you getting at?
What's going on here?
Hey,
Chargers
what's going on?
+3.
Like, all right, okay, Tyler.
Yeah.
How many words could be said without something being said?
Oh, dude,
And
I
a
could
lot.
say like 1.5 million.
And a half.
Okay, let's hold on.
And a half.
Hold on to
That's
those
a great
words
line.
just for a minute.
I'll take the over.
Yeah, I actually really like the Raiders here.
Under.
Home game in Vegas. Their stadium's always electric. No Chargers fans travel because they don't even travel to their own home games.
No.
So this will be electric. Easton Stick won't know what's coming at him. I actually think Devontae Adams has a pretty good game. I think backup quarterbacks, Aiden O'Connell, he's been starting for a little while now, but he's starting to target Devontae a little more. If he can just break through, I think he has a big game. And I don't believe in this Chargers team at all. So I love Raiders here.
No, yeah, I love the Raiders a lot. I mean, there's no way they don't just murder here.
There's no way.
There's
Right,
no way.
yeah.
There's just no way.
There's
right?
no way. Glenn Johnson is terrible. One of the worst wide receiver picks I've seen in the draft in years.
That is fact.
Um,
But one
and
legacy game in him.
Yeah, he can have his legacy 3 for 55. But there's no way. There's not a chance this number could be low enough for me not to bet the over. It doesn't matter. It could have been 27. They could have jinxed me into trying to bet the under.
It couldn't be low enough
Yes.
for you
Yeah,
to.
you heard what I said.
Yeah,
exactly.
that makes
I
sense.
stand by that
That's right.
statement.
Okay.
It couldn't be low enough for me not to bet the
Yeah,
over.
they're not going to
They
scare
tried
Ryan
to
away.
trick
And
him.
that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hammer the over. It's going to be 1 million. Final score of this game, 34-33.
Wait, what?
No, 34-30. Crazy game, shootout.
Give me a 35-34. Both teams hit the over.
I would love that. I need the Raiders to cover the spread, though.
Oh, yeah, cover. Raiders cover.
So
Yeah,
34-30.
Raiders cover.
Yeah.
But
No, Chargers keep.
48-41.
perfect. Murder. I think it's a lot of points. Weird game, a lot of points. Weird game, a lot of points.
Tate, a lot of points.
You know what you want to
Raiders
do.
in the over.
Raiders in the over.
No, I love the Raiders. I mean, you saw Max Crosby last week. I mean, dude, the Raiders defense was strapping last week.
They were
Their
strapped.
offense fumbled the ball like 3 times, and then the Vikings are terrible. I don't know what happened. I mean, their defense was strapping last week.
Yep.
No, I love it. I love the Raiders. Give me the Raiders at home in the over. Somehow over.
Wow. There you have it. Those are all the games we need to talk about. But since there is college football, we have college cards to give out. Let's get into every game we are picking for these bowl games. As we have been talking about, it is the first week of college football bowl games, which means all of us have plenty of picks. Mario, tell the people every college line you're taking this week.
Alrighty. Oh, it feels good to be talking college.
Feels good. Feels
so nice.
And it's only going to get
back.
better. Next couple weeks, only going to get better.
No, I know. So we're starting from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Now we're here. Oh, hey.
Jinx.
Great minds think alike.
Sure.
All right, we're going to kick it off with the games we talked about. UCLA -3.5 and the over 49.5 against Boise State. Go Bruins. I'm wearing the
We're on the blue.
Yeah.
Boise Blue.
Boise Blue, Bruin Blue, whatever you want to look at it.
It's all blue.
It's going to be a blue weekend.
Blue week.
Next, we're going to go Texas Tech -2.5. Already talked about that. And the over 57.5 against Cal. Cal overs, love it. And then Texas Tech's going to roll. Miami, Ohio, +6.5 in the avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl.
Yep.
In Orlando.
In Orlando.
Between App State and Miami, Ohio.
And Miami, Ohio.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so
Miami,
much.
Ohio
I love it
+6.5.
so
Love it, love it, love it. Now the games we haven't talked about. I'm going to take Jacksonville State, Louisiana over 59.5.
Love it.
I mean, this number just keeps going up, and I just don't care. I
Yeah.
won't stop.
I love that.
I love
Amen.
it. Over.
No.
Points.
We love
Amen.
that.
Then we're going to be taking New Mexico State -3.5.
What a year.
I mean, what a year. Well, what can you say?
Great year.
I mean, it's just
Great.
they've been privileged.
There's not much to say.
Yeah, it's just absolute privilege. Great program. Now we're gonna go Western Kentucky +2.5 against Old Dominion.
Whoa.
Don't know much about Old Dominion. I just know I'm not a fan of them,
Love
Yeah.
it.
and I love Western Kentucky.
That's a
So give me Western
Wait,
Kentucky
the band
+2.5.
the band include? You don't like the band Old Dominion? Never mind. Sorry.
I'm not familiar with their work.
He's not familiar with what you're
Sorry.
saying.
Never mind.
Okay. Anyways, and then we're gonna finish it off with UTSA -12.5 against Marshall and the over 52.5.
The wagon.
The wagon of wagons.
They ended on like a 6-game winning streak.
Marshall's terrible on the road. This game's in Texas. Give me UTSA.
Yep.
Texas.
Mike,
That's it.
give the people all your bets.
All right. Well, starting off as we always do with the games we already talked about. Boise State +3.5 against UCLA. I'm sorry, Tate, but
He's a rider.
yeah.
right.
It's
I'm
actually
sorry.
it's good for Tate that you're betting that.
Yeah, it is actually good.
Well, yeah, whatever. Down with the Bruins. App State -6.5 against Miami, Ohio. Down with Miami, Ohio. Go Yusuf. App State, Miami, Ohio, under 46.5. No points. Cal, Texas Tech, under 58.5. Also no points.
57.5.
57.5.
that
Also
game.
under. Now, the games that we didn't talk about. Jacksonville State, -3.5 against Louisiana. I'm sorry, Mario. I know you're from Louisiana, but down with Louisiana. New Mexico State.
I'm not mad.
Nice. That's fair.
New Mexico State, Fresno State, over 51.5 points. And lastly, but not leastly, New Mexico State -3.5 against Fresno State. Bing, bang, boom.
It's like saying because we're in California. if someone rooted for like Sacramento State. And
No,
you're like,
Fresno
"Well,
State.
no,
Why didn't you say sorry to
Or
me,
just
'cause
like
I live in California.
Bet against Cal. It's just like you're like, oh, sorry, I know we're all in California right now, but I have to pick Texas Tech against Cal. It's
I
like,
picked the under.
yeah.
Oh, the correct.
All right.
I mean, he
All right.
corrected.
To my let's get. I got six.
You're just the
No,
sharpest.
I think we need to go on timeout and just give Mike the show.
No,
I'm fine with that. I love that. I love that.
Oh my god.
it's Mike's show.
That was we need to replay that over and over
No,
again until Mike understands
You know,
it.
it's Mike's show, so all right. I got 6 picks, but feel free to hop in at any time.
I will.
Rip 'em.
UCLA -3.5.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Texas Tech -2.5. The only double I'm doing this week, and the under 57.5 in that game. We talked about it already. I don't think Cal scores a lot. Georgia Southern -3.5. Really like this spot for him. Georgia Southern, Ohio under 48.5. Forgot I was doubling up there too. My second double up. And last pick of the week, Western Kentucky +2.5 against Old Dominion. And I also have a college mortal, but
Oh, juice.
we're gonna talk about that on Friday.
Juice. All right, a lot of picks coming at you. Let's stay hot. We got Georgia Southern -3.5, the Ohio Georgia Southern over 48.5, and Ohio team total over 22 versus Georgia Southern. I think it'll be points in that game. They've done it all year. They'll continue to do so. We have Jacksonville State versus Louisiana over 59.5, and Jacksonville State team total over 30.5. Points in this game. That's all they do. New Mexico State -3.5 versus Fresno State. Fresno State's frauds. Easy win by New Mexico State. They'll kill them. We have the triple dip, UCLA -3.5, UCLA team total over 27, and the UCLA Boise State over 49.5. Points in that game. Lots of blue, lots of points.
Lot of
You'll
blue.
love it. We have the Cal Texas Tech over 57.5. Cal overs, love it. Cal team total over 27. Texas Tech team total over 30. Lots of points. Texas Tech kill. They might kill them, but it'll be a lot of points. Love it. Western Kentucky +2.5 versus Old Dominion, and the over 55.5 in that game. Then we have the good old-fashioned triple dip, UTSA minus 12.5 versus Marshall. UTSA Marshall over 52.5, and UTSA team total over 32.
Wow.
And to round it up, Miami, Ohio plus 6.5 versus Appalachian State. Let's ride, man.
What was the Jacksonville State team total over?
30.5.
I'm adding that to my card.
Live ad. It's bad.
Live ad.
Smacking.
They're scoring a million.
Tate, round us out here.
I gotta start off saying like this slate is just so funny to me. I feel like every game is just
Crappy
like
pick of the week. It's a
every
crap-
game is
that's why I figured-
It's like your dream.
It's
Crappy
so
week
fun.
of the week.
This is your crappy week of the week.
Crappy the week of the week.
Your dream.
Crappy week of the week.
You're all
10-4-1.
Tate's
Best
gonna
pick
go
of the
undefeated. Literally, he won't miss
Title
again.
of the segment, the cards, crappy week of the week.
Crappy week of the week.
Yep.
All right, we're going to go right off, starting with the Bruins, minus 3.5 against Boise State. Massive play.
Go Blue.
Just added the UCLA team total over 27 against Boise State. We're going to roll. I love this. UCLA, Boise State over 49.5, the triple dip. Texas Tech, minus 2.5 against Cal. Georgia Southern, minus 3.5 versus Ohio. Just flip-flopped. Realized Curtis Rourke's not playing.
Flip-flop.
Oh, yeah. Right, Georgia.
Shout out Georgia Southern. Miami, Ohio, plus the 6.5 against Appalachian State. Sorry, Yusuf. Don't care. Miami, Ohio is better.
Yep.
Miami,
Yusuf.
Ohio, App State under 44.5, not a lot of points. And Western Kentucky plus the 2.5 against Old Dominion. Shout out Austin Reed. He needs a legacy game here to get
He
drafted
needs one.
this year.
Oh, he needs
Bad.
one bad.
He needs it bad.
Austin Reed legacy game.
Legacy.
Income.
Legacy game.
6th-round legacy.
Well, there you have it. I mean, this was a pretty chaotic episode. We went everywhere. We talked a little Vegas. We did our Mortal Lock recaps.
Mike-
We talked
Las
NFL.
Vegas.
Mike we put him in timeout, and then he put himself in timeout another time.
Yeah.
You were kind of all over the place, but
Spoke a bunch of different languages. And stuff.
it's the Michael show. It's
I
the
mean,
Michael show.
I'm not good. Public execution.
That's well said. That's well said. That's well
yeah,
said. Before we close it out, Tate, what do you have to say to the viewers?
Boys, we better like, comment, subscribe,
Blah.
share it with a friend, and turn that notification bell on, baby.
Ding.
It's bowl week. And we're going to get some more college football back right here for you, boys.
Avocados are
Have a good
Mexico
week.
cure.
This is the Wednesday roundup.
Let's get hot, boys.
We'll see you
Let's get
guys
hot.
on Friday.
Yeah.